Hello student, now we will start the topic polynomial. Polynomial topic we have seen last year also. In this way, if you will see the syllabus of 10th class, the syllabus of 10th class is very much related to the syllabus of 9th class. So earlier also the chapter we have seen coordinate geometry chapter, statistic chapter that was related to 9th standard also. So that's why 9th standard is very important. So before starting 10th class topic, first of all we will see what we have seen in 9th standard. Polynomial chapter, the same chapter was given in 9th standard. For that chapter, first let us see what is the definition of polynomial. Polynomial, the simple definition of polynomial is what? It is an algebraic expression in which power of variable is purely whole number. Now what do you mean by algebraic expression? The algebraic expression which involves constants and variable. Constants are indicated by the letter small abc, while variables are indicated by the letter xyz. If I take a polynomial 3x square plus 2x plus 3, it is a polynomial. It is algebraic expression. It means every polynomial is a algebraic expression, but every algebraic expression cannot be a polynomial. So what you have to see? Algebraic expression in which power of variable it should be purely whole number. So just you have to look after the variable power. And if it is a whole number, then and then only you can say it is a polynomial. If I take root 3x square plus 3x plus 6, again see here power of variable. Here variable part is what? X. Its power is 2 to 1. It means it is a polynomial. So this algebraic expression is a polynomial. But if I take here 3 root x plus 3x plus 6, then see power of variable. So root x means what? X to the power 1 by 2. X to the power 1 by 2, it means it is not a whole number. So such type of expression is a algebraic expression, but it is not a polynomial. So what is polynomial? Algebraic expression in which power of variable should be purely whole number. Then what is its standard form? Its standard form we write in the form a0 plus a1x1, a2x square, a3x cube, so on, an x to the power n. So in this term, an x to the power n. So this an is called as coefficient. Last year again we have seen the coefficient of the term. So this is called coefficient of x to the power n, where x is what? Variable. X is variable and this n is what? Degree of that term. Then after seeing that the definition of polynomial, we have seen the degree. Degree of the polynomial. What do you mean by degree? Degree of the polynomial is the highest power of the variable in the polynomial. Highest power of the variable in the polynomial, it means first of all it should be a polynomial. Suppose this is a polynomial. If this is a polynomial, so just see here the highest power of the variable. Here variable is what? X. Its power is 2, power is 1 and then power is 0. So what is the highest power? Highest power is 2. So its degree is what? 2. Its degree 2. If I take here 3x to the power 4 plus 4x plus 6, then see the variable part and its power. Its power is 4, 1. So here what is the highest power? Highest power is 4. So its degree is what? Its degree is 4. Now last year again we have seen the types of polynomial on the basis of what? Degree. On the basis of degree, what are the types of polynomial? So what is the minimum degree? The minimum degree is what? 0 degree. 0 degree means what? If you take the polynomial p of x equals to k, where k is any real number, that type of polynomial is called as constant polynomial. So constant polynomial has the form p of x equals to k. Then another form, next form is what? Linear polynomial. Linear polynomial is the polynomial in which degree is 1. So if the degree is 1, that type of polynomial is called as linear polynomial. So these are all polynomial. So polynomial is the expression. So as polynomial is the expression, so what is the linear form? Ax plus b. So here what is the power of variable? Power of variable is 1. So its degree is what? Its degree is 1. So this is called as linear polynomial. Second type, quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial is a polynomial in which degree of the polynomial is 2. So what is its standard form? Ax square plus bx plus c. Cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial is a polynomial in which degree is 3. Then what is its standard form? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. In everywhere, what condition is what? A is not equals to 0. In all the cases. A is not equals to 0. In all the cases, means first case, a coefficient of the highest power. It should not be 0. If it is 0, then it will be a polynomial of degree 0. Again here, if you take a equals to 0, then the whole term will become 0. Then quadratic polynomial returns to linear polynomial. So everywhere the coefficient of the highest power it should not be 0. So last year we have seen linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, and one more polynomial we have seen, which was called as biquadratic polynomial where degree is 4. That much we have seen last year. Then second thing we have seen zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial. Then what is zero of the polynomial? Zero of the polynomial is a real number which makes the value of polynomial 0. जिससे polynomial 0 हो जाएगा, उस नंबर को क्या बोलोगे? Zeros of the polynomial. अब मान लो तुम्हारे पास polynomial है 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2 है तो ऐसे x की कौन सी वैल्यू लेके चलोगे जिससे कि polynomial तुम्हारा 0 बन जाएगा? Then p of x. Then what we have done? Then simply we have equated this polynomial with 0. If we equate the polynomial with 0, then you will get linear equation in one variable, and you know that how to solve the linear equation in one variable. Linear equation in one variable, we shift the value 2 on that side, minus 2 divided by 3. So this is what 0 of the polynomial. So in this way, we have zeros of the polynomial for the linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and cubic polynomial. So zeros of the, now see, 0 of the constant polynomial. What is 0 of the constant polynomial? Means which value of x will make that constant polynomial 0. Now my question is p of x equals to 2. P of x equals to 2 is what polynomial, and this is constant polynomial. अब कहता है कि x की ऐसी कौन सी वैल्यू ले लोगे जो तुम्हारा p of x 2 है वो 0 बन जाएगा. तो ऐसी कोई वैल्यू नहीं हो सकती. अगर मैं x की कोई भी वैल्यू ले लूं, because this polynomial I can write it as 2x to the power 0. If I write it as 2x to the power 0, any value if I take here, you will not get the answer 0. So the constant polynomial have no 0. Constant polynomial have no 0. Now another polynomial, 0 polynomial. 0 polynomial is a polynomial 0. 0 is called as 0 polynomial. Degree of 0 polynomial is not defined. Why it is not defined? Because this 0 we can write it as 0x to the power 0 equals to 0x to the power 10 equals to 0x to the power 100. In this way, if I can write x to the power any number, my answer will turn to 0 only, and that's why everywhere answer will be affected. Here degree, I can say degree 0, here degree 10, degree 100, so that's why degree of 0 polynomial is not defined. Now what about 0 of the 0 polynomial? 0 of the 0 polynomial means every number, if I take any value of x, my answer is always what? 0. Means every real number is the 0 of the polynomial, while no real number is the 0 of the constant polynomial. Constant polynomial have no 0, and 0 polynomial have infinite number of 0. This much part we have seen last year. Now see here, this year, what you have to see. Again, what is the geometrical meaning of 0 of the polynomial? 0 of the polynomial, its graph, last year we have made the graph of y equals to ax plus b. Y equals to x plus b. Why we called this graph as a linear equation, linear graph? Because if you plot the point, you get the line. 0 of the polynomial is nothing but what? Where it cuts its graph, where it cuts the x-axis. Linear polynomial, you will get the graph like this line graph. You will get this line graph. Then this line will cut the x-axis at most only one point. Either the line will cut at the one point, or the line will not cut. My line is passing parallel to x-axis. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. If the line is parallel to x-axis, then line will not cut the x-axis. If line will not cut the x-axis, means what? No 0. Here no 0. And here line will cut the x-axis at only one point. So it means what? 1 0. It means linear polynomial have at most 1 0. At most means what? Either no 0 or 1 0. So linear polynomial have at most 1 0. It means either no 0 or 1 0. Quadratic polynomial. Now if I plot the point, if I take the different values of x and if I try to plot the point, then I will get the shape like U shape. Then that U shape is nothing but that is called as parabola. then you will get the parabola like this. Or second, you can get the parabola where it will touch the x-axis, or third, you will get the parabola where it will intersect the x-axis. In this way, you get the U shape, either the U shape open towards upward or U shape open towards downward, depending on the value of A. If A is positive, then everywhere you will get the U shape open towards upward. If this A is negative, then you will get the U shape open towards downward, in this way downward. Now here what you are observing, this parabola, this shape is not intersecting x-axis at any point. So geometrical meaning of zeros of the polynomial, what does it indicate? At how many points it intersects the x-axis. Now here it is intersecting x-axis at no point, it means what? No zero. Here no zero, it means no value of x is possible for which this polynomial will become zero. Now here what you are observing? Where the polynomial intersects the x-axis. Here polynomial is just does the x-axis at only one point. It means only one point is common to this parabola and this x-axis. So that indicates that only for one value of x, the value of polynomial becomes 0. So that's why it is called as 1 0. This polynomial now 1 0. And another type, at most how many times it can intersect the x-axis? This maximum times it can intersect the x-axis only 2 times. It means 2 zeros are possible. Here 2 zeros are possible. In this way, quadratic polynomial have at most 2 zeros. At most 2 zeros, it means what? Either no zero or 1 0 or 2 0. This is the geometrical meaning of zeros of the polynomial. Same way, cubic polynomial will have at most 3 zeros. At most 3 zeros, it means what? Either it will intersect the x-axis at no point, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. 3 point means if the graph is like this, so just it will intersect the graph. The graph will intersect the x-axis maximum 3 times. Afterwards, it will not intersect the x-axis. So then maximum 3 zeros are possible. Not more than 3 zeros are possible for a cubic polynomial. So last year the definition of zeros of the polynomial which we have seen. So this year you have to see what is its geometrical interpretation. In this way you will have different types of graph and you have to find how many zeros are possible for that polynomial. So what you have to see, where the graph intersects the x-axis, that will be only zeros of the polynomial. Now we will see the relation between zeros and coefficient of the polynomial. Now, up till now we have seen what is the zero of the polynomial and what is its geometrical meaning. Now what we have seen in linear polynomial, it has at most 1 zero. At most 1 0 and zeros are indicated by the Greek alphabet alpha, beta, gamma. So here you will see the letter alpha, beta, gamma, which we will use for the zeros of the polynomial. Linear polynomial is the polynomial in which degree is 1. So at most how many zeros are possible? Only 1 0 are possible. So we will indicate its 0 by alpha. Here quadratic polynomial either it has no 0 or 1 0 or at most 2 0. At most 2 0. So we will indicate this 0 by alpha and beta. Cubic polynomial, at most how many zeros are possible? As degree is 3, so at most 3 zeros are possible. So we will assume this 0 by alpha, beta, gamma. Now what do you mean by 0 of the polynomial? 0 of the polynomial is nothing but which makes the value of polynomial 0. So if we equate this every polynomial with 0, and if we equate the every polynomial with 0, then it will convert into equation, and we solve the equation for the value of variable. So in the first case, what you see? Okay, the x equals to what we get here? Minus b by a. So this minus b by a means 0 of the polynomial is nothing but minus b by a. What is minus b? B is what? Constant term. B is constant term divided by coefficient of x. So this is the relation between zeros and coefficient in the linear polynomial. Second is what? Quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial, it has 2 zeros. As it has 2 0, then it will have 2 conditions. So what is the condition? First condition is what? Alpha plus beta means sum of the zeros is equals to minus b by a. Minus b by a is what? Minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x. Second condition, product of the zero. Product of the 0 means alpha into beta is equals to C by A. C by A means constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Now third, cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial have at most 3 zeros. So that zeros we are indicated by alpha, beta, gamma. So first we take sum of all zeros. Sum of all zero means alpha plus beta plus gamma. Sum of all zero is equals to minus b by a, means coefficient of x square divided by coefficient of x cube with minus sign. Second, as 3 zeros, 3 conditions are possible. Whatever the number of zeros the polynomial have, that many conditions are possible for that relation. That many relations are possible for the zeros and coefficient. Second condition is what? The sum of product of two zeros taken at a time. Sum of product of two zeros taken at a time is first we will take the product alpha beta, then we will take the product beta gamma, and then alpha gamma. So and their sum. Their sum is sum of product of two zeros taken at a time, and its value is nothing but what? C by A. And the last is what? Their product 3 taken at a time. All the 3 zeros taken at a time is alpha into beta into gamma equals to minus D by A. Now what we are observing here? First relation negative, second relation positive, third relation negative. And everywhere what we are observing, in all the relation we are observing the denominator is everywhere A. And what is A in everywhere case? That the power, that coefficient of the degree, coefficient of the highest power. Coefficient of the highest power everywhere A. Here x square is the highest power. The highest power is 2, its coefficient is A. X cube, highest power is 3, its coefficient is A. Everywhere we are dividing by A. So this is the relationship between what? Relationship between zeros and coefficient of the polynomial. Second thing is what? If the quadratic polynomial, their zeros are given. Suppose alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, then in reverse way, if zeros are given, then how to find the quadratic polynomial? So to find the quadratic polynomial, if alpha and beta are zeros, then if they are zeros, then what will happen? X minus alpha and x minus beta, it will be a factor. X minus alpha and x minus beta, it will be a factor. Then the polynomial will become that polynomial p of x. Polynomial is in x, so we write here p of x. It is the polynomial. And if we open the bracket by using the identity x minus a into x minus b, so what we get here? X square minus a minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Means the identity x minus a into x minus b equals to x square minus a plus b into x plus alpha a into b. So in this way, if you open the bracket, you will get this term. Now what is this term? This is nothing but what? X square minus this alpha plus beta is nothing but sum of zeros. Sum of zeros, and alpha into beta is nothing but what? Product of zeros. In this way, if you know sum and product of zero, then you can find the quadratic polynomial, or if you know only zeros of the polynomial, then also you can find the quadratic polynomial. Now second type, if zeros of the cubic polynomials are given, then how to find the cubic polynomial? There first we have seen the cubic polynomial was given, then what is the relation between their zeros and their coefficient? Now here cubic polynomial have 3 zeros. As it has 3 zeros, alpha, beta, gamma, then what are the factors? Factors are what? X minus alpha, x minus beta, and x minus gamma. These are what? Factor. And if these are factor, their product is also factor. If their product is factor, then together polynomial is this polynomial. And if you open all the 3 brackets, then what you get? X cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma into x plus alpha beta gamma. In this way you will see that all the 3 brackets, if you will open it and if you will rearrange the term in the descending power of x, in this way you will get the term. So what is this? Alpha plus gamma is nothing but sum of the zeros. Alpha beta gamma is nothing but what? The sum of the product of the zeros. And alpha into beta into gamma is product of the zeros. So in this way we have two relationships, that quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. In exercise question, the questions are given for the quadratic polynomial, while in optional exercise the questions are given for cubic polynomial. Though it is written that cubic one, that optional exercise is not from examination point of view, but sometimes in board exam the question comes from that topic also. So we will see that topic also, and we will see the question based on that topic. See, again I am revising the topic for cubic polynomial. For cubic polynomial, x cube minus, if we open the bracket, what we are observing here, alternate sign comes negative, positive, negative. So here what will come? First positive, then negative, then positive. Here I wrote here positive, but it will come here negative sign. So in this way, if you open the bracket and if you arrange the term, this answer you will get.